Hey there everybody, it's my birthday. It's March 28th, 2022, and this is a video for anybody who wants to watch this today and see what I'm up to, and for me in the future to watch. I'm going to be very honest about my life and what's going on inside of it, what it's like to be me right now. So yeah, I'm here on the beautiful island of Copenhagen. I live here now. I'm going to split my time between this island and Belgrade, Serbia, hopefully for the years to come. Set down roots here and there, and grow my life based on those two locations. It might all change, you never know, but that's the plan right now. I'm going back to Belgrade in about 5 weeks or something like that, and set up my life there. But my time here has been absolutely beautiful. As you can see, I'm on a beach. I checked into a resort last night to sort of pamper myself and get ready for waking up today. And my birthday, a sort of rebirth of sorts. So, in terms of numerology, you reset every 9 years. So this is the reset moment for me where I go back to my 1 year from the 9 year. And the 9 year is known in numerology as the year of the hermit. I feel I've done a very good job at hermiting myself. So yeah, the main theme in my life is, I guess I've managed to become, well, I know I can prove that I've become very successful as a digital nomad entrepreneur. And it's great because it opens up the possibilities to create a lifestyle like this, to create a lifestyle where I can live half in this place and half in Europe, and basically live wherever I want. I was in Mexico last year as well, at the end of the year for 2 months, and it just doesn't matter where I am. But the main thing is that this lifestyle has kind of isolated me in a certain way, where you become sort of uprooted and emotionally displaced in a lot of places, and you end up starting again every time you go to a new place to make friends and build connections and stuff like that. So that's something that I really see as a problem of the digital nomad movement. And when I look at what I was doing before, at the beginning of this previous 9 year cycle, I was actually settling down in Belgrade, Serbia. And I was actually starting this whole digital nomad journey. And what I've been doing previously to that is music. Music is something that is just amazing, but it doesn't pay that well. So it was always an issue of like, am I going to be a musician? I love it so much. Oh, and the other thing, it's really complicated with people and relationships and sort of holding the whole thing together from that sort of point of view. I've been through a lot of experiences like that, and I gotta say, all that stuff that you hear about the struggles of musicians with each other is true. Anyways, fast forward now. I had a very successful go with the music at that time, but over the past let's say 5 years, yeah, since 2017, yeah, my business really took the forefront. Supportive Venture, the remote working IT staffing company, really took the forefront of what I was doing and all that stuff. And it basically eclipsed the energy that I had for music, because I found that that hiring one person, building one life with my company and giving them a job that would last for years took about the same energy as about one gig. And so I focused on that, and we built it bigger and stronger. And I kept on doing music in the background. I kept on basically recording music over the past 5 years, although slowly. Haven't even released any of it yet, but there's plans to do that very soon because it's been finished for almost a year now. And I've got another batch of songs which is finished, which we're making music videos for both right now, so you're going to see that really soon. Because look at this, like, this scenery. There's going to be some of that. I'm working on 3 music videos right now. 2 of them are from music I recorded last year, and 1 of them is from music I recorded the year before. And yeah, so I kept on doing the recording thing while I was building my tech business, which is now very successful, and now at a mature stage where I can hand over a lot of that stuff. So I ask myself, and at the same time, this journey of building the digital nomad remote business and being an entrepreneur, going through all these situations and doing all this hard work, dedicating all this time and energy, emotional energy and all this sort of stuff, it left me in a situation where I became, I guess it's safe to say, more isolated than ever before, in a way. Now I still have very good social skills, I can go around and make friends anywhere, but let's say that it just became like I became more comfortable being by myself with the whole journey of digital nomad lifestyle and traveling to different places. Yeah. And so at this point I asked myself, what do I really want? And what I really want is to continue to do music. Because I feel that I'm really good at it. I mean, you might like my music, you might not like my music. Some people really love my music. I really love my music, but it's intensely personal because it's like really, well, it's me in music. And music in general. So amazing how you can have all these different emotions just broadcast in such a direct way as soon as you have music. I mean, you can even hear the birds right now, and they have a certain music that they do, and that brings a certain emotion. But music, the purposeful human alignment to broadcasting emotion and the words that are associated with it, it's a super powerful tool, and it's one that I've never been able to give up since I was a teenager and I started making music. It was like, wow, this is magical. And since I was 25 and I decided to do professional music, like have a band, go and play gigs, release albums and all that sort of stuff. When I was 25 I started taking that seriously, which led to the birth of Eric and the Worldly Savages, my band. But that's kind of taken a back seat over the past few years. And when I look at those experiences now, the way that those experiences running a band prepared me for my entrepreneurial journey and being a leader there. Being the leader of a band prepared me to be a leader in entrepreneurialism. And how I feel there's some unfinished business on the music side, and how I felt that music gave me a social life that was so fulfilling, whereas being a digital nomad entrepreneur has only given me a slightly fulfilling social life, if I'm going to be honest. I'm talking about the whole thing. I'm talking about close friends, people that you meet, random people, good times spent together, bad times spent together. I'm talking about relationships with the opposite sex. I'm talking about the feeling of being in the middle of a community of people was all richer in the music scene. And to have had through the whole last couple years, to have had that whole thing taken away, the possibility of even doing it made me crave it so much more. So how does it restart? Well, I've got lots of new material, and I'll continue to make lots of new material. If you're on the island of Copenhagen, I'm playing a show on April 2nd at the Friendship Concept Grill. Yeah, you can come and check that out. And when I go back to Europe, I'm going to start looking for musicians for my project. Oh look, there's the sun. I'm going to start looking for musicians for my project, but I'm looking this time for people who are in it for the long haul as much as possible, or to set up a vehicle, a way of music happening that will be somehow stable and long haul, and how to not just make a band and community that's around Eric, Crazy Eric, and his singer-songwriter songs and him being a frontman, but I also want to make a community that's based on just the general concept of connecting to the world through music, and world music in particular. So I'm looking for musicians who are going to join me on a pretty much full-time basis, as in like they're gonna have a job in life, and that's gonna be to be a part of my thing. But there's gonna be different manifestations. There's gonna be a band that I'm not featured prominently in, but plays world music that I curate. And then there's gonna be a band where the members of the band get to do whatever the heck they want. And then there's gonna be Eric and the Worldly Savages, which is going to be a more mature version of the band that you guys always knew and saw in the past. So I'm looking for musicians to do that. And I'm looking for people who are really willing to dedicate a lot of time for this and actually get paid money and survive as a musician. And also people who are able to help on things like booking and logistics and all that sort of stuff. That's really important to find the right team for that. And hopefully they're also the musicians, because back in 2012 when I had band members who were really motivated and really good at sending out messages, booking, Eva and Eula were the ones then doing that. It just worked fabulously. Also when Alexander was doing it for me after that with the Belgrade lineup. So yeah, I want to find musicians who are going to be traveling here with me and making a scene here, because there's not anything remotely like what I'm thinking of here for a scene. I mean, there was one band that I played with in December that played Balkan music, but they haven't played since. So I'm looking for people who are going to grow the community of Copenhagen, which is a wonderful community of expats, and grow it through a music scene that centers around a group of musicians that I hire and pay. So yeah, music, folks. The future, folks. And relationships, you know, I'm single still, and basically I think I want to have a family. I think I want to have children and stuff like that, but I'm super skeptical when it comes to choosing a partner. I'm super selective and super picky and stuff like that. And I have this avoidant attachment style, which means that a lot of the time I'd rather just be alone to recharge my batteries, which is fine. But I always feel that if I find the right person and and we work together to understand this part of myself and the corresponding parts of themselves, then it's possible to strike a deal. But yeah, I'm looking to have children this cycle, and within the next 9 years or so, have a family. I'm 39 years old today, and yeah, things are looking really good, except for that part is missing. And I see a lot of men who are single men in Thailand. A lot of them come here and mess around with Thai women and stuff like that, and it's just, a lot of the time you do question how fulfilling that is. Let's just say that, how fulfilling that might be for them. And I know, for example, unless I found the right Thai woman, of course, and super picky, as I said, that would not be fulfilling for me to be a single guy in Thailand going after Thai women. In the way that, because there's a huge sex economy, and you just see these men and it's sad. Let's just say that. And it's nothing to do with me, and it's nothing that's appealing to me. I haven't tried it or anything like that, but it's just sad that you see that. And I understand that there's been barriers to connection in my own psychology. Always a reason why I'm shutting women down who want to get closer to me, and I'm sort of emotionally unavailable in certain moments. And I've been looking closer and deeply within myself to find out why that is. I did a breathwork rebirthing session yesterday, which was very interesting, and today I actually feel very different than when I woke up yesterday. Much more at peace with myself. And yeah, I'm going to continue to do work on myself, and I know that there's women out there who are also doing work on themselves, and it's only a matter of time before I meet one that just we mutually just have this impact on each other that's just like, yeah, let's spend lots of time with each other. So, yeah. Music and relationships are the focus now, that the business side is taken care of, essentially. I'm going to keep my business going, not step down as the managing director until I'm confident that all the parts are in the right place and all the right policies are there. And we're almost there. I'd say we're like 80% there, but there's still situations that are falling out of size that are being escalated to me as the founder / managing director. But largely, that's a mission accomplished. And everything I've done in music before has prepared me for what I need to do now. And it's going to be lots of hard work. But ultimately, it will create those magic moments. Because let me tell you, being a CEO or founder of a successful tech startup isn't nearly as good as being the singer-songwriter, singing your truth on stage with a band of awesome people behind you, rocking the asses of crowds of people who are jumping and screaming and drinking and dancing. So yeah, Eric and the Worldly Savages. The Rising Nomad project is also the umbrella through which we're connecting all these people. That one's still finding its way as a project while we feel out all the different things. And yeah, music and relationships, two very important things that I'm going to be focusing on. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks a lot for all your birthday wishes. And I'll catch you later. Bye now.